What's up, guys? So today we are going to go over a track called Mama, and it's by an artist named Bailey Cole out of Nashville, Tennessee. And yeah, guys, as always, like, subscribe, comment below, and I will be talking to you guys there. All right, let's go.
Your mama, she loves you. She doesn't wanna lose you. But right now, she's got the blues. I promise she'll be back soon. I remember you said to me.
All right, cool, guys. So yeah, this was literally just released, and yeah, I'm really excited about it. This is actually a song that I did. I want to say about 2 years ago. So like, there's things in here that I hear, but overall, I really love the fucking song as is. I really do. I think it could have gotten a little bigger, but you know, that's one of those things that you just notice when you're after you've been away from it for a long time. I want to go through this piece first. We'll start kind of just going through everything. I'm going to mute everything and we'll go from there. We'll just kind of go down the line. So let's just do that. Let's see. I'm not sure how much is actually in here. It was actually funny when we were starting the song. She actually had it pretty much ready to go. Like all of it was pretty done already. It's a pretty easy kind of situation. But we're sitting at the piano, and we're just like, man, like that's what we should. It was just one of those like moments with an artist where you're like, man, this song is gonna be fucking awesome. And then we actually started with just this. And this is on a toy piano, and some of this is not actually. This is a VST, but this piano down here that we'll get to is actually a real piano. It's kind of a mix between both. So we got the piano, a little verb on there. Just pretty normal Valhalla. A vocal synth. Which just really does well with her voice.
I remember your mama, she loves you.
Just makes it just ridiculous.
She doesn't wanna lose you.
Why you've moved over to Pro Tools? Because Pro Tools is what the industry uses, and I'm part of the industry. See, that was good. That was a good answer, actually. All right, let's keep going. So we got this.
Ooh. She doesn't wanna lose you. But right now she's got the blues. I promise she'll be back soon.
So like, if you notice right here, there's like these little things. I'll turn up a little bit more, but they just kind of sit really nice. It's reverse piano, reverse chime. And like that texture right there, like coming out of that just moment, just makes it come alive.
I promise she'll be back soon.
And for me, like that was more of like there's like those old time '90s kind of films, right? And to me, like I remember, like you know, when you get to a song called like Mama, you're gonna like think about your mom, like obviously, right? So like I remember watching those films with my mom, and there was this sound effect. Like there was always this sound effect right here. Like, okay, come on, good old pre-roll. This sound effect right here. And like, why? So I was like, why not add something that was gonna just bring you into this track? And like that's literally it though. Like that's the crazy part. Like this entire track, like I mean not this entire track, but this entire section of the track. What, it's like 4 things, I guess. But it's actually it's 3. It's the vocal and the vocal synth, which just a texture on the vocal, and the piano in this. I think I already said piano, but yeah, I actually didn't say piano. Anyways, so let's get into this this verse part. So this verse part kind of comes from that track by Lucas Graham. Yeah, Lucas Graham. Kind of just wanted to do something around that line, but we also want to keep it a little bit more soulful. No offense to Lucas Graham, but I just don't think of soulful when I hear that. Not as soulful, I should say. A little more mellow. Maybe that's a better word. A little more mellow. So we got these piano stabs, and again, these are real piano. Like you can hear the room in there and everything.
To your feet, it only causes problems.
That other toy piano.
Underneath,
No kick, no snare. We actually have some claps and snaps, though, or excuse me, just snaps.
you said to me, don't ever look down. To your feet,
And that's it,
only causes problems.
which is
Underneath,
crazy and hilarious.
things are changing for you.
With this, though,
Just wait
if you kind of notice that the snaps kind of move. They move left and right, kind of, like just a little bit. They're never kind of like the same spot.
problems.
And that was completely intentional.
Things are changing
I wasn't
for
just
you.
fucking up on
wait
Pan Man or
and
something.
see. I remember you said to me, don't ever
Cool.
look
All
to your
right,
feet.
cool. Let's go into like literally that's it. Like it's such a minimalistic song, which is awesome because I don't usually do that kind of style. But when you're working with Bailey Cole, that's kind of what you get. She wants really good sounds and not a lot of them, which is something that we worked out over some time.
They
So let's go here.
go for
So we have this
a
pre-chorus here. Let's go for a ride.
You know I hate to lie. And it kills
We have our
me
first
to
cymbal.
see you
Actually,
cry.
the cymbal goes into
It's all gonna
this chorus.
be alright.
So we're not gonna really hear it. Got a Takio as well because I really love the Takio. I actually put a plate on that
You
Takio.
know I
We'll go
hate
through that
to
though
lie.
with the
And it kills
with that
me
chorus
to
here.
see
Let's keep it in this
you
pre-chorus.
cry.
So we have Exhale.
Gonna be
I love Exhale for textures.
alright.
So all of a sudden you have this thing.
Go for a ride. You know I hate
Turn it up a little bit,
to
a little bit more than it's supposed to be.
It kills me to see you cry.
And just you get that like that feeling like something's gonna happen. It's really cool, right? You have your reverse chimes, reverse piano. You have this whole thing kind of like you have that vocal synth coming back in.
And it kills me to see you cry.
And let's get into this infamous chorus real quick.
Your mama, she loves you.
So I have 2 exhales in here. I'm gonna go to this exhale. I have this one, right? Kind of just holding that note down again. Then this guy.
The blues.
Just give it a little bit of extra movement. Let's go back up to the kicks up real quick. It's the first time that we actually throw in a kick in this entire song. We're a minute in, we're finally throwing in a kick. So you have these 2 kicks.
But right now, she's got
Nice little rim.
I promise she'll be bass on.
Our snaps are still here.
Your mama, she loves you, and she doesn't wanna lose you.
We're gonna play this cymbal roll,
Right now,
which is the only cymbal that's going on.
got the blues. I promise you'll be back soon. Your mama, she loves you.
Now let's
Alright.
so small.
Mama, she loves you, and she doesn't wanna lose you. But right now, she's got.
We got our taquios.
I promise she'll be back soon.
This guy right here. She can barely hear.
You might alright.
It's just a nice transition, like right there.
So
See, you know what I mean?
gonna be alright. You might
Because that goes up, so it kind of like feels like the track kind of like goes out a little bit more, which gives it more of a vibe. Honestly, like to me, that's like a nice little vibe to keep around. Yeah. So we got that. We got actually some bass.
gonna be
So we have-
alright. Your mama, she loves you.
I'm not gonna lie, I played this on piano. I played this on keys. I tried to do the real bass thing, but I'm just not that strong of a bass player. But I don't think you can really tell within the actual track.
Your mama, she loves you,
Like it just
and
was a
she
little crazy.
doesn't wanna lose you. But right now, she's got the blues. I promise she'll be.
All right, let's go back into here. Now we have the Selena.
And she doesn't wanna.
Some actual piano. Actually, I don't think that one's there.
You and she doesn't wanna lose you. But right now, she's got the blues. I promise she'll be back.
Yeah. So let's go back into here. We'll go back up the track again. I just found this is kind of easier way to show what's actually happening. So let's jump back into it. We got 808 now this time into our post.
Your mama, your mama.
Actually, let's go through the whole thing of this one. So we got the 808. Now we got these kicks. We got 3 kicks this time. A couple snares. And if you hear like this one, super sticky, super like up, and these kind of just melded together really nicely. We got our rims, rim hits. We got some claps. I got our snaps. There's a little like rewind thing on this snap 4. You listen. I got our hi-hats next. So I actually ended up putting a plate reverb on this. Really, really small. You know, pretty minimal. And honestly, it's just to get a little bit more off of that tail, without keeping it super. Like basically, like the idea behind reverbs, and this is the piece I think should be touched. Like a reverb can be used as also like a tool to kind of thicken up and like kind of let the sound be heard a little bit more. But when doing that, like for this instance, like a plate is gonna do really well with metal. Like those two things, because the plate is metal, right? So like when looking at that, like I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna use a plate for a drum on this side. You know what I mean? Like something for like this, if I really want to hear it. Same kind of thing. Like if I'm using like a chamber, I'm gonna use that for like a string because that would just make sense. Unless I want to change it. Like obviously, like use the tools the way that you want to use them in any given circumstance, and use them what they're for. All right, let's go into simples. So there's actually a simple option in here. This is something that I sometimes do. Is I'll grab like an extra little like option. So like this instance, we did this little thing. You can barely, it's all the way down. Sorry, here we go. Like I didn't really want to use that, so I just kind of kept that off. But I give them the option to use so, because I didn't really feel like it was necessary. Like to me, like that just crowds things up. But if if you're in the thick of things and you all of a sudden you're like, what if this sounds better than this? And I want to do it like one time there, it's like you get the option. Alright, cool. Let's go to the percussion. So we got our Takio and percussion sticks. This way we still kind of have like a hip hop flavor to it, which just feels really nice. There's the bass. And the phrasing of this is kind of like to keep with that that kind of thing. So in the chord structure, we want to keep that groove very prevalent. Here is the acoustic guitar. Here's one of them. They're not very aggressive, not very, like, I put a little verb on it to widen it up a little bit. But it's not very, like, aggressive in your face acoustic guitar. And then for this, on the second side, where am I? On the second part of this post, I see a little like thing right here. Look at that. All right. Electric guitar. A little verb. EBow subs. So I guess there was EBow coming throughout this whole thing. Sorry about that. Let's check these out though. Just kind of gets a nice little what's up Taylor, gets a nice little just bass, you know what I mean, just sonically it doesn't bother you, it's kind of just there. Go back to these exhales. So let's go just one first. I really loved this, and I was really, really unsure. I remember at the time if Bailey was actually gonna like this, because like I loved it, but then when I sent it over, she didn't say anything, so I just kind of felt like I got something. Oh, like for a while, I actually was like, man, I got something past her. You know what I mean? I got something past my artist. But then she ended up telling me, she's like, I really love that like little vocal sample thing that you have in there. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Because like these things together are just awesome. Like, they're just fun. Alright, so we got 2 Solinas. Kind of get a little old school on it. We got an organ. It's literally just that. Not complicated at all. See, like that's the trick though, is like to have a bunch of uncomplicated parts and make them sound more complicated than they actually are. Like if you do that, you are a good producer. Like to me, like I feel like that makes the good mark of who is a good producer. Is somebody who can be like, yo, I know how to like do this like stupid little part, and like I know that this is all it needs. Like it's very small. Alright, let's get this piano in here. So we got a toy piano. Just like a soft piano. High piano part. Just kind of ringing out the chords. Chorus piano. So it's kind of like that. And like this is actually going really well with this electric guitar. Let me hold on. Let me get both of these going. And like that, just like the syncopation between the two is kind of what makes it like just like which one am I listening to, and like what ends up happening for the listener. Like this is the cool part about like doing this kind of syncopation between two instruments that are pretty close to each other in like, you know, tone. Basically, like a piano is pretty close to a guitar. So what you want to kind of look at with that then is like, it's pretty much like, how do I, like, kind of, basically, I guess the genius around that, or whatever you want to say, the piece of that's really, really cool, is the fact that you don't end up listening to a single part, but you start listening to the song instead. Like, I don't really know, like I know because I produced it, but like, and I know probably you can hear it now because I've pointed it out, but like you don't really notice that when you're listening to the song. It's the same thing with this, like this guy right here. There's a little yeah part that's gonna come out. And it just gives it that extra little like piece to it. So again, some verb. Our reverse chime and piano. Our vocal synth. We have a little ad lib in here. Super small, super subtle. Some doubles. And we have our post backgrounds. It just really like kind of comes together that way. Like, and with like a Bailey Cole thing, it's like you're doing a lot of backgrounds that are like aren't super noticeable. Like that's not taking away from the lead at all. Cool. Let's go to the verse again. This is verse 2. Verse 2 is a lot like verse 1, actually.
Remember it all crystal clear, but everything that happened brought me.
But we actually come in with this.
So much left to unfold is underneath. Things are changing for you. Just wait and see.
Kind of the same thing, which, you know, to me, I felt like that was kind of it was supposed to be. So we have this piece going. I'm gonna show you guys the.
You know
Actually, hold on,
hate to lie, Mama, it kills me to see you cry. It's all gonna be alright.
Oh, we have this. Excuse me. Oh. Then we have our chorus,
You know,
and this time we're including these guys.
You, but right now your baby has to bloom.
We'll go into these
I
chorus
promise she'll be back.
background vocals too.
You know that I love you, and I never wanna lose you. But right now your baby has to bloom. I promise she'll be back. You know that I love you.
This guy's a nice little
And I
vibe to it.
never wanna lose you. But right now, your baby has to bloom. I promise she'll be, Mama, it be back soon. Hey mama, hey mama.
Kind of say the same thing as last time as well.
I love you, I love
And then we'll go into our bridge.
Sometimes the toughest lessons you gotta learn hard way. And one thing I learned early is that some things you can't control.
So let's go. Just like we got our got these guys like that. Some rim. Snaps. Got a new bass. Acoustic guitars. Exhale. Organ. Piano. Reverses. And some vocal synth. actually let this one play out by itself. So hold on.
Sometimes the toughest lessons you gotta learn hard way in. One thing I learned early is there's some things you can't control. But I wouldn't be who I am today if it weren't for yesterday. Hey mama, hey mama.
And we're back at it. I did want to show you guys this really cool little thing though before we stop. I have this effects sub. Now, I ended up using the car door and truck door. I know I didn't use that.
Let's go for.
So we have that, right? With that.
Let's go for a ride. You know I
It's kind of just to keep it
ride.
like open.
And it kills me to see you cry. It's all gonna be.
And actually, it's funny right in there too. You can barely hear it. And I kind of did it just to be kind of a little sparse. Excuse me. Oh my god. I did it to be sparse. Here we go. Is this guy right here. For like,
You know I hate to lie.
it's very almost unnoticeable.
And it kills me to see you cry. It's all gonna be alright. Late.
And let's go into this as well. So what if oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Our pre-chorus.
Let's go right. You know I hate to lie. And it kills me to see you cry. It's all gonna be alright. Let's go for a ride.
Then we have this one right here.
For you, just wait and see.
And it's kind of the same thing, except for right here.
It's all gonna be alright. Let's go for a ride. You know I hate to lie. Mama, it kills me to see you cry. It's all gonna be alright.
Alright, let's go into right here. I want to go into these bridge harmonies. I think they're freaking awesome. So let's go through them, see what's up in them. You got these?
Sometimes the toughest lessons you gotta learn hard way in. One thing I learned early is there's some things you can't control. But I wouldn't be who I am today if it weren't for yesterday.
So let's check that out.
Hey, my.
Like, and here's the music.
Sometimes the toughest lessons you gotta learn hard way in. One thing I learned early is there's some things you can't control. But I wouldn't be who I am today if it weren't for yesterday. Hey mama, hey mama. I love you, I love you. I never wanna lose you. No, 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 no. I promise I'll be back soon.
And that's it, guys. That is literally the entire track. It's a super small, minimal track, but it's got a lot to it. I fucking love this track. It's honestly, I still appreciate it a lot. I think it's incredible. And it's got a lot of feels to it, which that's what makes it so much more than just the production. But I wanted to go through this, kind of show you guys kind of what's going on behind the scenes of this track. And make sure you guys check this out. Go stream it. Her name is Bailey Cole. It's a song called Mama. I'll play you guys out. And until next time.
If it weren't for yesterday,